Hello everyone and welcome to the next tutorial here on Ducttapestuff. In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make a duct tape Christmas stocking, so we'll get ready for that. Before we get started here, we do have one birthday today, so happy birthday Mr. Ducttapestuff. It's a nice channel name, by the way, so hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. So the first thing we're going to do is, basically what I'm going to do is showing you how to make a duct tape Christmas stocking for a decent size stocking, and then basically what you want to do, if you want to make it smaller, if you want to make it larger, you can just expand the strips to either longer or wider, as I'm going to show you, to make any size stocking you want. So basically what I'm going to do for this tutorial, I'm going to cut out strips that are 14 inches long, which is what I have right here. Obviously any color that you want to. I'm going to take the first two strips like this. And once again, these are 14 inches long. And you're very, very carefully going to stick the two pieces directly on top of each other and try not to get any creases or air bubbles. It can be a little bit difficult with the longer strips, just because the longer strips of tape are usually a little harder to work with than the smaller strips, just because you have more area to stick down effectively. Once you've gotten those two strips stuck together just like that, you're going to take your third strip, and I'm going to stick this on the bottom here, overlap it by a little less than 1/4 of an inch is fine, and I'm just going to stick it down. Now basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this process back and forth with several strips of tape until I get to a total width here of 6 inches. So if you line up the top here with the 0 on your ruler, and you have 6 inches down here, you're going to take several more 14-inch strips and overlap them back and forth until you get to 6 inches. So once you make that strip, that sheet, that'll be your first step. So this is what it looks like after you have your sheet completed. It's 14 inches long and 6 inches wide. That's how big we made the sheet. I used about 8 strips, 4 on each side, 4 on this side, 4 on this side, and that's basically what you're going to do. The next step you're going to do, your second step, is you're going to make an exact duplicate of this sheet right here. So you have 2 of them. So cut out another 8 strips, and you're going to stick them together just the way I showed you to make an exact duplicate of this sheet. So take the time and do that right now. Alright, so once you make your 2 pieces, the first thing you do is set one of them aside, and you're going to take the one you want to work with. And basically you're going to take a pen, and basically what I did here is I just pretty much made a rough drawing of a stocking here. Obviously you can see, it's not the best, but it'll do for this tutorial. Once again, this stocking is going to be kind of small, especially when we make another sheet and then cut it out and put it on top of that sheet. But once again, remember, this tutorial is just showing you how to make the stocking. You can make it any size you want. You can even go online and print out like a design of a stocking, like a piece of paper, cut it out, and then trace it exactly onto the sheet that you're making, just to make sure that it is exact. You don't have to rough draw it like I did here. So basically what you're going to do, once you have your marking down on your sheet, what you're going to do is you're going to take a pair of scissors and you're going to cut out this part here. So basically we're going to do that now. Once you have your first piece cut out here, you just take your other sheet, trace it on the exact same design, and then you cut that piece out, and then you have 2 identical stockings, which you've made. So now comes the fun part, and we're actually going to connect these 2 pieces to make the stocking. So basically what we're going to do here is take the duct tape as well. Just like we did before, we're going to cut out these strips. It's so easy, isn't it? Anyway. So we're going to cut out the strips here. Basically what we're going to do is line it up as best you can, and obviously since the stockings are curved, it's going to make it a little bit difficult, but basically what we want to do is you want to cut where the curves are, at least where the curves are the most defined, and that'll allow you to apply these much more evenly than if you were to just take one giant strip and then do your best to stick it on there. So we have our first piece here, which goes along with that little dip there. I'm going to connect it right here. And you can stick about half of it on this side, and then we're going to flip the whole thing over and put half of it on this side. It's really no big deal. And by doing it in these different segments, you're going to be able to preserve the shape of the stocking without losing it in the transition here. So I got that piece. Now we're going to stick this piece on. Once again, about halfway. You'll notice it is a little bit on a curve here, so we are going to have to curve it when we do stick it on. Just like that. So make sure that's good and stuck down. As you can see, we still have the curve there. Flip this back over. We have this piece here, which is going to start right here. Stick that on. On the harder curves, it's going to be a little bit more tricky because you have to really overlap it a little bit and curve it, but it's still going to work out. Really not that hard. Take our last piece here, and we're going to connect this on the bottom part here. And then flip it over. This is going to be the most tricky. We're going to do our best to stick it like that. As you can see, these little parts are going to hang over just a little bit. Basically, what you can do to fix that is just take your scissors and trim those pieces off just like that. And obviously these holes are going to be too small that nothing's going to fall out, and then we're just going to continue right around. So from there, you're just going to continue all the way around and just keep sticking those tapes on where the curves are the most defined, and you're just going to seal up the entire stocking, obviously leaving this part open where you can throw the stuff inside. So do that now. Okay, so after you've sealed up all the parts of your stocking here, basically you can decorate if you want to. Really simple to decorate too. All it takes is really a few strips of tape here and there, and you can really turn your stocking into looking something really cool. Obviously you do want to leave that part at the top open so you can stuff your stuff in there. And once again, this tutorial is just to show you a basic idea on how to make a duct tape stocking. Obviously, you know, if the stocking is way too small for you, you can just expand the measurements and make it any size you want to. So, you know, if I just wanted to stick some simple, very simple decoration on here, but yet nevertheless make it look a little bit cooler, you can do that with strips. You can do it with circles. Really simple stuff to do. It's decorating with the different colored duct tapes is always fun, especially when around Christmas time when you have obviously the red, the green, and they make dark green as well, which you can get. So I'm just sticking a few simple decorations on here, nothing too big. And that's basically how to make a duct tape Christmas stocking. I will see you guys next time. So take care, and there will be more tutorials coming in the future, so stay tuned. And I will see you guys next time. Take care and subscribe if you want to. And hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Take care.